The handshake. Yeah, what's good, man?
How you doing?
I'm good and you, man.
I'm good.
I'm happy to have you on podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You want to quickly introduce yourself, your name, who you are?
I am Kozee Chikwenya. I'm a hip hop MC from Weinberg CPT. My message is hope, love, and faith.
Yeah. How long have you been at the music thing? Doing MC?
I've been doing this for about 9 years now, since 2016.
Yeah. That's quite the time.
Yeah.
What made you join it? Like, what made you committed to doing music?
It was initially my cousin. He got me into the scene around grade 9. It was the same time that, the Migos and SoundCloud era was popping off. And then, we thought we could do it too. Make songs.
It was his idea, or what was it like?
I would say it was. He decided to go into the music first, but it was always we recite the lyrics of Migos and musicians, and then we'd be like, oh, you try to be like Takeoff, and you be Offset, and then from there on it's like, okay, let's do our own thing.
Okay, that's pretty cool actually.
It's a funny story.
No, okay. It is a unique way of starting, but everyone has their own journey, man. Everyone has their own reasons.
Right.
Okay, so you saw that, the Migos back then, you guys did a similar thing. What do you say your style is now?
My style has changed from that style, which was trap. It's more based on classic hip hop, message, lyrics, meaning, and also swaggy beats.
Why the change?
I decided to change because I wanted to be the best in hip hop, and I was looking at the current top hip hop MCs and what they were doing. And also the hip hop MCs from the past, why people considered them great and why they stood out compared to other MCs.
Okay. And the name Kozee, how did you choose it?
It was originally a feeling of what I wanted people to feel when they heard me or they found out about me. I was like,
This feels cozy.
yeah, I was like, okay, Kozee is a nice feeling. And then the 2 E's are from my name, Leroy. I find people always spell my name with 1 E. So I was like, okay, let me try and get people to remember the name, and then I added the 2 E's.
Okay. What keeps you in music? Because it's one thing to start. Everyone has, for example, the gym, etc. You can start at the start of the year, you're feeling amped, but then not everyone stays committed. What makes you actually want to stay in it?
That's a good question. It's, I think I have something to give back to people in terms of the love and the hope and the faith. And I believe that the world has gotten a lot darker over the years.
Yeah.
And I think people need something to stand for, a nice positive message at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because it's so much easier to be happy than to be feeling down. And then from there, that kind of drives me to continue working towards that goal.
I could definitely say, whenever I've bumped into you, I've seen you around, you do give positive energy. I can now see why. That's actually the goal.
Thank you, man.
Every time I see you, it's always smile, bright energy. I've never been around you and it feels like dim. Things feel like,
Yeah.
Just saying, it's working. It's working.
Thanks. I'm glad it is.
You said you from Weinberg.
Yeah.
So you've always been in Cape Town, or have you moved around a bit?
I'm from Zim originally.
Okay.
I came here in 2008. And my parents moved over this side to find a better living opportunity because the situation in Zim is crazy. And that was like six years, and ever since then I've been here. I've grown up here. Went to school here, high school, and then time to time I go back. I see the fam. I see the situation, and I'm like, damn, I need to blow up.
It'd be that way, man. That's how I feel when I go back to Durban. I'm like, I need to get up there, You always want to bring people up from back home. You want to improve the situation.
Yeah.
That's fair. Would you say that Cape Town is gonna be home forever? Do you see yourself moving around? Like, yeah, what keeps you in Cape Town?
At the moment, I'm studying at UWC for like the next, I think, give or take 4 years. So I'm gonna be here in Cape Town. I'm here in Cape Town, pushing the music, and then after that, I definitely see myself traveling out, going to different places, Kozee, overseas, pushing the music, learning from different cultures. Because I also find when I go back to Zim, it's always eye-opening, seeing how different people are living gives you perspective. And I think that always helps the music, helps people in general at the end of the day.
Yeah. You said you're studying at UWC.
Yeah.
You've got 4 more years.
This is the first year, I have 3 more years.
Hopefully. 3 more. That was the point I was going to get at. It's the first year. What made you decide to go to UWC? What are you studying that
Bro,
side?
my parents, bro. I didn't have a choice.
Honesty.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, you need to get a degree. Like, they're old school, they believe in that solid foundation, academics, get a job, make some money,
Something they're considered to be more stable.
Stable. And that's why I'm doing it, so they can, just relax from trying to steer me away from my own personal vision.
Yeah.
So it's like, just be like, okay, while I'm pushing the music, let me balance it and make them happy too.
What did you end up choosing to study?
I got default library and information sciences.
This is my first time hearing about that.
It's basically because of technology, information is now accessible on technology, and now deciding whether it's either false, tampered with, or it's still true and valid. We learn how to understand and analyze the different sources of information. And it's basically being a librarian online, I think. My first year. I'm still exploring.
Still figuring it out.
Yeah.
What made you choose that specifically?
I didn't. It was default. I wanted to go into law, but I didn't get in. My marks were not good enough. I then chose like social work, and then what I could get into was like library information, like arts and humanities. So I just said, okay, as long as I get in, then I think my parents were happy, and they were like, yeah, they were happy. And then, but ever since doing it, it's pretty cool. It's very interesting.
Are you enjoying it?
I am.
Do you actually see yourself in the space, or just for now?
I think I might use the skills that I develop over time.
Yeah.
But I think that the goal and the vision is...
Yeah. Now I get that.
It's not changing.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Okay. That's just interesting. Like, it's first time speaking to someone and the degree that they're doing, like, they see themselves using the skills, but not using it long term. or not long term, let's say, as their main thing.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough with the academic side. I think we can have a clear picture. I'd say now I'd want to know more about the music that we're talking about. Do you have any places you've uploaded to where people can follow you, see your stuff?
I'm on all platforms. Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube.
You have
Kozee, Kozee Chikwenye.
Okay, I'll put it up here somewhere.
Check it out.
Somewhere here. Do you have any albums out, tapes?
I have a
Or-
mixtape from last year called Ward 58. Because I kind of stay like in the middle of Weinberg and Kenilworth. So it's like on the corner. And I get to interact with both environments.
Yeah.
White suburbs and also like kind of like suburbs but ghetto. And Ward 58 just speaks about life in the suburbs and the things you find, the the racism, and then also a little bit of Weinberg as well, some gangster life of the Bruce.
There's a lot you could have chosen to speak about on a tape, and you decided to speak about that experience in the suburbs. What particularly struck you to decide to speak on that?
I made the tape in the hood, so I was like, okay, we had like 4 songs or so,
Yeah.
and from there on we were like, okay, since we're making the music here in the neighborhood, let's create something that speaks about where we are from, or what we're doing, and I don't think a lot of people have spoken about Kenilworth. So I was like, okay, let me try that.
Yeah. What do you want people to walk away knowing from the tape or learning?
I've never actually thought about that. I think people have different. People always see songs differently,
Yeah.
take away different messages. Overall, it's just the music is there to speak to the soul. So if they open up, they might hear something.
Yeah. Alright. You said in future, you do see yourself going to other places, expanding. Where would you say is the main or the biggest location you want to go to, like your biggest goal? And why there? What do you want to get out of it? Like
Japan.
Japan?
I like anime.
Same. Same.
And I like the culture there, and I think it's a great spot to go, and because I know there's also like a hip hop scene there,
Yeah.
and I just want to immerse myself in the culture and kind of like go the unconventional route.
In what sense?
In sense of people normally either go to where the music industry is mostly booming, like Jersey or maybe the United States.
Yeah.
And I think going off route, you learn a lot more.
You get something more unique out of it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just be a part of the general population who does the same copy-paste formula. It's definitely an interesting approach. And favorite anime at the moment?
Favorite anime is, and it's a good one, Dragon Ball Z.
Do you have any animes where you're like, this is some really good music, since you are somebody in that space?
Yeah, I think at the moment, Bleach has been having some good music.
Bleach?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it before, so you have to tell me what do you like about the Bleach music or songs?
I think they like rock. And I think the structure of the song, it's so good from intro to verse to bridge. It hooks the listener and it makes them want to listen to it again. And also sometimes the message in the music is very clear and direct, easy to understand, even though it's a different language.
Yeah. There's quite a bit you described that you liked about it. The message and whatnot. Where did you learn about music in more detail compared to the average person? Because it's one thing to just listen to music. It's another thing to learn how to make it or how to evoke certain emotions and moods out of people when they listen to your songs. What kind of message you try to send in the song? Where did you learn those things about music? Or where did you start? I mean, let's get there.
I started on YouTube because I wanted to learn how the best do it. And there was like a rap channel that says, how to rap, a rap channel that teaches upcoming artists who want to rap how to structure songs, find their style and stuff like that. And from there, after watching a couple of videos, I think it just became a part of me to whenever I listen to a song.
Yeah.
At the back of my mind, I'm always like paying attention to how the song is structured or why I like the song.
Yeah.
And then from there, I think it also helps me as an artist to implement the subtle techniques other people use.
Is there any favorite techniques or people you look up to, like, damn, you know, that you would want to emulate or someday learn from?
I've been listening to The Roots. They're cool. I like the live music. I want to try that out. To have like a band and then rap on live music. I think that would be a cool thing. So once I gather enough people who
The team. The Avengers.
once I assemble the Avengers, that would be a cool thing to do. And then I was actually asking myself the other day, like, do I try and compare myself to the big hip hop figures like J. Cole, Kendrick, Eminem? And so I realized that it's actually not comparing, but being inspired. Because I think when you compare, you lose the authenticity.
Yeah.
And you try to emulate what they do instead of using it as inspiration to become a better artist. So I would say I'm inspired by a lot of the greatest rappers, but I'm not trying to emulate what they're doing. I have a different story to tell.
You say the greatest. Who is the greatest in your opinion? Do you have like a tiered list you could give us?
Tier list, I would say at the moment, because I am still finding doper MCs every single time. I would say Black Thought. He's really good.
Not familiar with Black Thought. What kind of?
He's a hip hop MC. He does like lyrical rap. It was his freestyle that made me go, oh my gosh, this guy's pretty good. He did a 10-minute freestyle, and he's just very fluid when he rhymes, and I like that. In no particular order.
Okay.
Kendrick,
fair.
J. Cole, Eminem. I think that's four.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
I can't leave him out.
From those five, what do you say, or would you say that there's anything common amongst them aside from being the greatest and on your list?
I think the common thing is that they're not common.
Okay.
They all have their unique, different styles
Yeah.
and approaches to creating music.
From those five, if you could pick anyone to work with, like right now, who would you want to work with?
I would want to work with probably Lil Wayne.
The way,
I think he's so much more different to the rest.
okay. What about Lil Wayne is so much more different?
His style is not really classic rap. It's more modern,
Yeah.
and he's. I think I don't want to not box myself in, but I don't want to work with people that I have a similar style to.
You feel like that would limit what you could get out of it or create.
Yeah.
Get that. It's good to expand or be outside the box. Any cool people you've collaborated in the past they want to mention? Any favorite collaborations?
I did a feature with Group Glacier, our recent track, Retro. And my cousin, Spiros, we've dropped a EP 2021. And I haven't actually like collaborated with a lot of people. Or that's been out to the public yet.
Okay. That's a very interesting way of framing it. You say you haven't collaborated that many people. From this point forward, do you see yourself collaborating with more people, or do you want to do your own thing for now? What's up? Like, why haven't you collaborated with that many people, really?
I'm still finding myself as a musician, and I think the collaborations haven't like been genuine, like they haven't just flowed. So I'm not exactly trying to force anything to happen.
Yeah.
And I've reached out to some people, but it's never actually gone where it needed to go. And I think it's also good to find yourself first before you try and collaborate with different people.
Do you feel like it's because you need to more or less know what you're going to show up with when you're going to go collab? Or is there another reason to it? Why you need to find yourself first?
Wait, please repeat that.
Okay. I was asking like, what? Okay, let's scrap the question. A better question would be, why do you feel like you need to find yourself first before you collab?
I think it will be easier to make music with other people then. And I would give them the best version of me when I'm on the track.
Yeah.
And also for them to know what I'm here to deliver.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like you would know though when you've found yourself? Because it is a continuous journey.
I think you know when you have like some pieces, but you never have the full puzzle. As long as you have like a foundation or like a roadmap, I think that's a good start.
Is there anything particular you want to go back to talk about from earlier, or anything you want to mention?
I have an upcoming album, Enter the Dragon.
When's it gonna be available?
It's coming early Jan, late December. and it's based off the concept of Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, the movie, and I just want to bring that to life in my own style.
Why did you pick that specifically?
I find that a lot of the MCs that I look up to have had concept albums where they play a different, or they have a different alter ego.
Yeah.
And I've been searching for a while what could fit with me and my, I don't know, style. And I found, oh wait, Bruce Lee's around. Nobody has ever done something about Bruce Lee. I was like, cool, let me try that. And plus, I'm doing kickboxing, so I was like, okay, that's perfect.
Dope. Kickboxing too?
Yeah.
How long have you been at kickboxing?
Since Feb.
Feb?
I don't know, 7 months.
How would you say that's changed you? Or has it changed you, actually?
I'm more open to pain. Yeah,
I feel like that's a given. You have to.
Yeah.
As a man that used to do karate, yeah, you get used to getting punched. Yeah.
Why did you stop?
I did karate when I was in primary school, and then I went to boarding school in high school. So when I went to boarding school, I was just there the whole time instead of being back home. I never picked up the belt since.
What belt were you?
I stopped at brown.
Brown?
2 stripes.
Must be good then, eh?
That's okay. I'm still young, so
okay.
I don't have the skills in me anymore, but yeah, I was good at that time.
That's dope.
Thanks, man.
At least you can defend yourself somehow.
Yeah.
If a time ever occurs.
Hopefully it doesn't. But the skills are there if needed. Why'd you choose kickboxing?
I've always wanted to learn how to defend myself. And I did like karate at start. I did karate at home on YouTube. And then just convenience. The dojo's like 2 blocks down from where I live. And then I went through a breakup and I was like, I'm going to start kickboxing.
Yeah.
I had no choice.
Yeah.
And then from there I was like, I actually like this. I'm enjoying it.
So you said a part of the kickboxing is, or kickboxing is a part of what inspired you for the album.
Yeah.
How did it do that? Like, what did the kickboxing actually bring to the album? Was it more of a mindset, or
yeah.
Are we gonna hear it in the sound as well?
Definitely.
Okay.
I think the mindset is being shaped, and I think as well as taking a punch, you know, that kind of, I think that's also mindset, but it's like that whole entire thing of discipline, self-mastery, improvement. It's similar to what Bruce Lee was doing.
Yeah.
And I think that aligns together, and then I think, yeah, the mixtape album is gonna have a lot of that.
Without revealing too much from the album, since it's still coming out, you need some surprises. But for anybody in future that you would talk to, would want to learn from you, how would they bring those elements to an album the way that you're bringing those to your album? I don't know if that makes sense. Because it's one thing to do kickboxing, but to actually bring aspects of it into sound might be hard for some people to picture. Like, I'm not that creative myself.
Right.
So I see things in a very literal sense. How would you describe it to somebody who's very literal and they will want to be more creative?
I think open yourself up to error and practice. For me, it's been always being open to criticism as well
Yeah.
when I've been making the project, and not also being open to different styles with different opinions that ultimately helped me reach the goal. I don't know if I'm answering this accurately.
There's no perfect answer to it.
So the question is, how do I explain?
Yeah, like
The
it's one thing to say you bring in kickboxing into the not playlist, sorry, into the album. I like playlists. Sorry about that. But how do you like, for somebody that's very literal, to picture that? You know, it's a bit difficult.
to picture kickboxing into music.
Yeah. I'm trying to understand, like for a literal thinking person or very, you know,
I think I've taken the emotions
the emotions.
from kickboxing, and I've tried to channel that through the lyrics.
Yeah.
And
He was like, now Mo, you're gonna make another cut after 2 meetings. Just for your
create a world where you can see a person struggling, getting back up, or even outside of kickboxing, what brings you to try and be disciplined.
Yeah.
So I try and bring that through the words, through the emotions, and
edit, and I let you edit, and I come again, and I have another problem. I look bad. So it's always like, yeah, man, it's not like
yeah, I think that's it right now.
Yeah.
I know you have to tell me once you've listened to the album when it's out.
I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. We've been speaking for a little bit.
sometimes it looks like
I don't know if you do go soon, but before we do wrap things up, I just want to get
a lot of times, like,
a good idea of how to say this. Like, I'm sorry, sometimes I need to think of myself, like how I'm going to formulate the question.
No problem.
I want to get a good idea of your recording journey. Do you have your own equipment? Did you start off with your equipment, your own studios? Because people don't really know these things. Or how did you end up recording for the first time versus now? What's that journey been like?
First time it was with a laptop and earphones, me and my cousin. And I would just connect that and then rap on that little that picks up the sound. And then we thought we were dope at the time. And then time passed and I'm like, the quality is not really there. So you realize something is missing that's different from what everybody else is listening to.
Yeah.
And then from there we'd go to studio, pay for a session. And then over time, I didn't get mine, but friends who made music decided to lend me their equipment.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to go and get my own equipment, so that was a blessing. I still have that equipment. And home studio is a great place to learn more about yourself, to try different things. Because I think at a studio where you pay a session, you go there with like, hey, I've paid money for this. I need to just do this thing and
then
make sure I get the product and then leave.
Yeah.
You don't get the time to mess
Experiment.
around. Yeah, experiment. And then now I work with producers, so I would go to their place, record there, and then hopefully at the end of the day have my own studio at home where I can create as much as I want to.
Yeah. Any advice for somebody that's starting off and they want to be like you or in the same spaces as you?
As I talk to a lot of people, I'll go to open mics, go to spaces where music is being shared, and continue working on the music, on the goal. I think everything you put in always comes out,
Yeah.
and one way or another, if you're determined enough, you'll get where you want to go.
Facts. One last question to wrap things up. Want to know from you, is there any places or you're currently performing at consistently where people can come find you, come see you?
Yeah, I'm here at the Obscene Parrot Sundays, Super Sundays, and I've been performing at Ground Culture too, at the open mics. I think that's every Tuesday. Yeah, every Tuesday. And then Obscene Parrot is every Sunday. And then I'm venturing out as well to Muizenberg and Cape Town and Woodstock. So that'll be either Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday. So
Thursday, Sunday.
one of the days you know. I'll let the people know.
Yeah. Any closing remarks on your side?
Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks for showing up, man.
For sure.
I appreciate you, appreciate your time, and you sharing about yourself.
Awesome.
That's that.